the episode or live.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's see how the master gets through. No pressure.
And no pressure.
He's got it.
Let's see how the master gets. Oh, whoa. We're live. And I can hear myself.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so that link works.
Hey, so, guys, welcome to my very first live channel on YouTube. Hopefully it will be the first of many. I will be running through my game Thibutune, and this will serve as a walkthrough, a tutorial how to play. And I am joined by Sperdunky Friends, by Sperdunky himself and Cybernetic Druid. Hi, guys.
What's up, guys? I'm Sperdunky. I'm a level designer and game developer with Coral Wave and North Force Games. But yeah, I'm joined by Cybernetic Druid, who is my co-host on my podcast, Indie Game Devs. And I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey, I'm Cybernetic Druid. I'm a developer. Been doing this for about 10 years. Working on some games and crypto stuff lately. You can find more about me with North Force Games and northforcegames.com.
Oh, awesome. So, yeah, I'm just going to be playing through and we can casually have a chat and banter throughout. Now, Sperdunky has attempted to play Thibutune a few times, and he was awesome enough to have me on his channel as a podcast as well. And yeah, I just have to say that I wouldn't necessarily have the nerves to play a game while the developer is busy watching me play. I think that puts an immense amount of pressure on you.
I kind of like it though.
No, I wouldn't be up for that.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun, honestly. Having people watch me struggle through Thibutune, I'm excited to see how it's done.
You seem to like swimming.
Yeah, swimming and cliff jumping or skydiving.
Yeah, those are actually my real life hobbies.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit in and start with a new game. And obviously you guys are gonna hold me accountable for the time I play, because I'm gonna try to make a new record. I'm not gonna say what my current record is running through it. But yeah, let's see what happens after a few weeks of not playing it. I'm just muting the audio here quick. Now, what was your experience in playing Thibutune so far? I know you got stuck at a few places, but
it's been pretty cool. We kind of talked about this during my walkthrough, but the first time I played this, I wasn't expecting monsters for some reason, because you had told me there was influences from Myst and Earth. So I wasn't expecting there to be monsters. And the very first time I saw one was iconic, because I was thinking to myself, I was looking at one of the statue guys. I was like, "Oh, that'd be crazy if he just came to life," and then he just came to life. Chased after it. It's incredible. I really like the overall tone and feel of the game.
Oh, awesome!
And I feel like it has a lot of potential to build on. You build this little universe. And I like this intro too. We haven't actually talked about this.
I have to point out though, for this intro, that the vehicle and the landscape are the only two meshes or models in Thibutune that I did not model myself. These were assets I used just for the intro.
Oh,
Well, that's the perfect way to use it.
Yeah, I figured they're there, and I was so bound on absolutely trying to do everything by myself, and I felt there's no need for it. But this guy I did do, and you'll be seeing a lot more of him as well. Spoilers. Sorry, I should probably say that obviously this episode or video will be filled with spoilers all the way through, but so if you are planning on playing it, to those of you watching,
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Just try to play it on your own beforehand, but if it doesn't bother you, then enjoy. All right. Okay.
all right. I just hit start on a timer from here. I don't know how you normally hit it. But...
Okay. Well,
I started from once it loaded the intro.
No, that. Okay, wait. I'm gonna. Okay, well, my timer is not working with me now. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna just jump in and see. I've got everything. Space for my mouse.
All right,
there we go.
We'll start right here when you start.
Okay, and and we can go. We're off.
All right, he's got the glove.
I've seen other speedruns where it's like from powering up the game, or like you hit start like in a new world or new game, but I don't know what the rules are.
I don't know if you know.
Yeah, this is your world. You made all the rules.
Yeah, if we want to start from the get-go from the new game, then that's fine too. I mean, it's a basic few seconds that everybody will hit from the get-go.
Well, we can just add the time, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, because we went from you like actually playing, we can always add the intro later.
Okay, no, that's fine. It's a few seconds. I'm pretty sure that with this game, a few seconds is not going to make a difference. I mean, you've seen what dying in a level can take you back 2-3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So I will try to, obviously focusing on running through it, I will try to talk a bit about things here and there, and also just to give a visual, more of a cinematic feel as well, and not just fly through everything and skip parts.
You have a Twitter?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
It was something.
Trying to find you so I could tag you, but that's fine.
Nah, it's still something that I was thinking about still doing. There are so many different accounts, and trying to keep all of them up to date, it's for me it's a bit of a headache.
I forget certain ones sometimes when I'm putting out like a big update.
Let's just remember though that this is version 1.3, so this is a version after the one that you've played. Not really any major updates or anything during the first half of the game, or zone 1 as I'll call it. Here and there improvements, but with zone 2 that you have unfortunately not been able to experience yet due to technical difficulties. Not on my part.
Yeah.
There are some improvements that I made there and changes.
Wow. It's kind of funny watching you go through this part all willy-nilly. When I came through here, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna fall.
Dude, I had to play that part where you got stuck. I had to play that for myself just to see that it is still doable and that I did not change anything too drastic there.
Yeah, there was like a weird force of nature that was preventing me from doing it. It wasn't because I was bad at it.
I have to say though, there's something to be said for playing a game and focusing on having a conversation as well. So with that alone, you're already a legend.
Well, let's hope the legends are true.
Oh, that's creepy when he crawls through there.
But yeah, I don't know if Mike / Cybernectrid has seen the drones.
Oh yeah, I was talking about you should have a flying enemy, but so you have a flying one?
He's not an enemy really. I tried to, but for some reason I kept running into glitches. So for now, he is, just another entity, buddy, keeping you company on different levels.
Yeah, I haven't seen the drone yet. I played through part of the very beginning, and the first time I played it, we had started a horror game a couple years ago, and just like the scene that you set, I was like, oh no, he made the game we were making. Until I saw the eyeball, and I was like, oh okay, it's not even close.
No, you're good.
But I was
Yeah,
just in the car and on the highway, and I'd like to revisit that at some point. But yeah, it's a totally different
No, I would like to see that.
way everything.
But yeah,
It's more
so
outdoors, I think.
So, which projects are you currently working on, or games? If you want to, mention it out loud at this stage.
well, yeah, we have some immediate ones that we are in development on. I think we can talk about Demoto Legends. I've put out a little teaser of that on my Instagram and on X / Twitter. That's just a 2D, like narrative-driven game, and we're kind of just putting a demo together to see if we really want to commit to a whole game. And so we'll put that demo together in like a narrative teaser trailer to kind of get the vibe all tied up and portray what it is that we want to make, and then put that out there. And if we feel like we want to commit to that and people are interested, then we'll go ahead and start fully developing them. And then we have a really small game that we actually made live called Cosmic Meatball, and that's a very small like Flappy Bird clone, basically, with some of our flavor on there.
Yeah, I've seen some parts of it, or some videos you did with that.
Yeah. So like the plan with that is, because we're all about like indie game development, and like we're still learning, and the whole idea is to interview other people who are still in the process of learning and putting out their first few games, because that's what we're trying to do. So it's like we're learning together, trying to make a community together, and we'll also be making these small games where it's like just jumping into the engine and showing like the steps that we take.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
So we'll be making more of those smaller games, and maybe they'll get bigger as we go. We have a handful of ideas of other games we want to make like that, and then we do have some stuff we want to do in like Unreal Engine, like some bigger ideas, but we'll probably keep those under wraps for now.
All good. Yeah, but you are using quite a variety of engines, I've noticed, for your different projects.
Yeah, and overall, I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not something that.
But yeah, so some of the things I've been diving deep into, kind of into component systems and systems where you're utilizing modern CPU features like the cache, right? You want to minimize cache misses, and so as part of that deep dive, kind of going into different engines, Unreal, Unity. I looked at Godot a little bit. I don't think it's going to be our main one, but I'll be porting Cosmic and then kind of comparing some of that low-level performance on like certain things that I'm trying to put together. And so, but aside from that, like that's a good excuse now. But we have kind of like jumped around the past few years. But I think the Cosmic Meatball is an interesting use case to where like, okay, it's a simple game, you jump in, and I think it'd be fun to do something similar to that in a few other engines as well. So I think we'll probably end up using a lot of engines a little bit, and then settling on one or two that we use most of the time.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh shit, that was close. Sorry. I'm just gonna adjust audio quickly here because during the last part, the mic's got a bit too soft with Thibutune's audio running a bit too high. So I'm just quickly gonna.
I can turn my mic up. I don't know how my level's coming through on that. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna test you both quick. Druid or Mike?
You or
You want a sound check?
Yeah, sound check.
Okay, check 1, 2.
Okay.
Am I coming through now? I could just tweak my mic level up a little bit, but I don't know where I'm at on that other end. I don't want to blast you.
No, you can adjust a little bit higher if you can.
Yeah, how about now?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay.
Sperdunky.
and how do I sound? What's up, guys?
No, you're good. You're good.
All right.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna show you a bit of the cheat way I do this. Not really a cheat, it's just cutting corners to cut time. I just ignore them completely and go about my day.
Awesome.
Well, essentially, this is open to how every player wants to play it. Usually, I'm a bit more of the obsessive type, where I will, release every single one that I can. Like I showed you after the trapped one, when I released him from his burning chamber. But it's not necessary. I'm playing between wanting to add the system where you need to save an X amount of koalis before you can proceed to the next level. But I'm not too sure about that yet.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you actually. What did you actually do to do that? Because I didn't realize you could already do that.
That's in the guide.
Oh.
Read
You
the
can tell
manual.
I paid attention to it. And also wanted to add, I am working for another game company called CoralWave.
Oh,
and,
awesome.
It's not like officially announced, but it has been talked about publicly, and I'm allowed to say I'm working on a game called Battle Balls as a level designer.
Oh, that's awesome.
But hopefully we'll be able to share something with that soon.
Oh well, I'll be looking forward to that. You definitely need to do a video of that in your channel.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some of the other developers on to talk about it when that comes out. Yeah, I don't think on my playthrough I tried to stand on these.
Yeah, I'm purely just going for time now. But usually I will be trying to save every single one of them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this part coming up. Part after this.
Yeah, it's after this. It's the I've
The parkour scene.
I've named it the Sperdunky Zone. Sorry, dude. I'll stop teasing you.
It's like Wipeout. Have you seen that show?
Yeah. Ah.
You gotta get one death in there. Come on.
Oh no, there are plenty there, Scubby. Trust me.
Oh, okay. Have you actually been able to play or do a speed run where you don't die at all?
Let me just. I did try quite a few times, but yeah, I'd rather not jinx it at this stage. But that is the attempt. It would probably help and make life easier just to eliminate as many of them as I can. Because if you avoid all of them too long, eventually they bundle up into a group, and getting rid of them then is a heck of a mission.
Yeah, you're moving a lot faster than I thought it was possible. Flying through there. And that fire thing when you're backing up and burning them, I think that's one of my favorite parts of this, is the tension that comes with that.
Yeah, my main focus throughout all this is with horror games you usually get that fear element constantly when you're playing. And I did not really want to focus too much on fear, but rather like anxious, anxiety, nervousness. So with running into issues like your battery's running out and backing up into a corner to try and eliminate them, and running off of cliffs and thin small spaces and things, I took too long.
Yeah, and you're backing up and you're not sure where the drop off is.
Yeah, and it still hits me. I still yeah, you see, I took too long, and now all of them are catching up eventually.
Yeah, I think at one of the playthroughs after I died a bunch of times, I kind of tried to ignore them for a while, and then they would just stay everywhere.
Yeah, like now they're blocking my one needed area. Oh, come on now. I'll be honest, the last time I really played through this, focusing on things, it was probably when I first released it. After that, I was like, okay, well, we're done. So there are some areas where I might struggle a bit. I'm gonna try my best not to, obviously.
How long ago was the original release?
Geez, I want to say 2 months. But even when I just opened the project to modify some things, I have to just try and remember what was what again, because I'm working on so many different things at once, and I try to do working on the project, I try to label everything in a for me a standard way, so it's easier to jump back into, but it is a little bit tough. So the fact that you especially Mike, that you're working on so many different engines or software, yeah, that boggles me.
Yeah, on top of that, I'm doing like crypto and web stuff.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
even, I'm also doing like tabletop rules. Like I'm doing a lot of different stuff. And I've got like 2 websites that I just updated recently. Cybernetdruid.com will get an update here soon. It's got a different backend. And then there's another website here pretty soon I'll have to update again. But you know, I do code like for my job, so a lot of times I use it as like an excuse to learn new tech. You know, dip my toes in it, especially if it's a project that's not too complicated. And if it gets too complicated, I'll just fall back on something I know better, or I'll use the things I know to know what to Google to find. Okay, how do I do this in this tech? I already know how to do it over here. How do I do it over here? And I try to stay out of things where I'm really weak at, like digital art, or like sound. I'm really weak at that stuff, so I just focus more on the code stuff. But I do bounce around a lot, and it does. Sometimes not sure which thing to work on because there's just so many different things I've got going at once.
well, I would love to see some of your projects and things that you're working on.
I just want to add real quick that Stefan is at 20 minutes where my 2-hour walkthrough ended. So we're doing pretty good for time, I'd say.
Hey, this is your zone.
Right here. I have
Sorry.
Welcome to the Sperdunky Zone.
The Sperdunky zone. Mike, is it any way possible for you to boost your mic just a little bit more?
Yeah, I can do that. Lean closer. Crank this up a little bit.
Okay, that's awesome.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I mumble too, so like
yeah, I do
sometimes
too. So
I think we all do a little bit.
So I'm also like sitting upright, right against the mic this time. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Is it doable in one go? I shouldn't have probably said that,
It's giving me anxiety. I got flashbacks.
And don't try to copy my
Oh my
playstyle.
God.
I like to play it risky, so I'll do a lot of mid-air side jumps. Maybe it is the way to play it. Oh, I just nearly knocked over my coffee.
You need a grappling hook and a thruster pack and
No, you need God mode, man.
teleport. Yeah, you need to be able to double jump and then you fly around like Minecraft.
I'm tempted to make a mod where you just scratch in the wall, send help, Sperdunky somewhere.
Dude, that would be awesome. I'd be actually down for that.
I'm talking crap, but I didn't make it this far. But
No, it's totally okay.
I actually yesterday or last night actually I went on Google again, just typed in Thibutune to see if there's any other either illegal releases or videos or anything, and I actually came across the YouTube video that showed walkthrough. So obviously I was curious, but the guy didn't even get this far. I think he got to the first maze area and then called it quits.
Oh,
Yeah, that was it. So that's also one of the reasons for this video, is just to show, firstly, how to get through if you really get stuck, but also that it is indeed possible.
yeah, and if you since it's inspired by Myst, that's a lot of people gave up on Myst as well.
Yeah, I was one of those.
So
I gave up, I think, and 2 years later I tried again.
Is my background too loud or anything?
Say again?
Like, is the can you hear the AC or the fan or anything?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's one of the drones.
Oh, okay.
One of the reasons why I was okay with just letting them, roam around and be there in Myst, or let's say Myst-like games, when you're running through a game that's got very little AI or NPCs happening, every now and again seeing another life form just kind of added a little extra to it.
Yeah, and it does, like, for me, seeing them the first time, like, I wouldn't know whether they're dangerous or not, so I'd, like, spend some time, like, watching them, you know? Like, what's it gonna do? Like, every time you hit a button, I'd be looking at them, and then eventually you figure out, oh, they're okay. So that'd be, so that adds a little bit of, even to an area with no enemies. If you're not familiar, you're looking at them. It reminds me of this one. I was watching one guy play Minecraft. He never played survival. He only played creative. And he went into the village, and he didn't know that the villagers they're not violent. And he was like trying to be careful with the crops. And like, oh, sorry,
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just quickly hop into OBS and just turn down the Thibutune's audio. Actually, I realize it's a bit loud. Hang on. I just realized a major issue with I did not double check.
Uh-oh.
The Thibutune audio isn't coming through to the YouTube.
I'm hearing it on YouTube.
Oh, are you? I'm not hearing it on my end, but okay, that's fine. If it works, then it's all good. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I just went back and checked. Some parts were a little loud, but for the most part, it seems like it was okay.
Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so this is where you got up to here last time, eh?
Yeah, this is pretty much where I'm at. Sorry, I keep restarting.
Okay. I still get nervous with this because this is one of the areas where I struggle. Now, I just want to check, how dark is it on your end? Can you still make out things like mist and things like that? Or is it pitch black?
It's pretty dark, but I could still see, I feel like, as much as I could when I was playing. Oh, first death.
First death. Okay, that was unplanned. I didn't realize I was at spawning point. Okay, here we go. I'll make up for it.
Yeah, this might be a little brighter than, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, because when I was watching the stream on when you did your last playthrough, I could barely make out. I see. This is what happens when you talk and play at the same time. Crap. Come on. You got this. Yeah, it was so dark that even I couldn't make out exactly where you were. So I was trying my best to go left here, no, right, straight. And honestly, I just got confused. Felt like a failure. Couldn't guide you.
It's all good. Compared to people just playing it on their own, I did get a unfair advantage by having the developer there.
Well, okay, my assistance was minimal as well. You have to be fair to yourself as well.
Yeah, I'm a genius. I can figure out anything. It's not big enough.
Absolutely. Okay, we jump down here. Boop.
This is like a
Oh,
super intense maze because it's survival and you have to figure out where to go.
yeah, and in some areas you have to figure out where you're going very quickly before everything that wants to kill you starts chasing after you.
What's nice is you do get these flare warnings, basically.
Say again?
Like you get that big burst of fire to warn you that the
Like-
crawler guys are there.
Yeah, they are there. Now, some of these areas are a bit tricky because obviously, if you jump off of too high a platform, then instant death. So that's the other thing to consider as well. While maneuvering through everything, is it too high? Are you gonna die?
Yeah, that's an interesting part in between the towers. It's a little disorienting, like what,
Yeah.
which is, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's interesting, for the style of game. You come over the hill and you're like, okay, which way is up? And you're trying to jump across it.
Yeah, because I think in Mist and Uru, I know I talk about them a lot, but I think you can pretty much just jump off of a cliff and land and you'll be fine. Not have to worry about it. Okay, so I might be wrong. Okay, so this is the end of Zone 1, officially.
Oh, you're almost there.
No, that's lonely sand dude hanging out.
Yeah, so in that area where you have to run around and pick up all the different cubes, at the very end you pick up the little soul cube and absorb its energy. And that's essentially what this is for.
Mm.
So now we have to go and find the other one.
Can you get through if you don't have it, or you?
No,
need
you
it to get
can't.
in?
No, you can't. But it is, semi-scripted. So only after you pick it up, then you will be able to continue on.
Yeah. You hinted at a new ability. Is that coming up, or is that coming?
Yeah, it's coming right up. Okay, Zone 2.
So what is the Thibutune? Is that just the title, or is there more?
Thibutune is the
in-game?
world of the Koali. And they were explorers and wanderers going through the different galaxies and universes to discover new things and civilizations. But they were... what's the word? They were heeded not to explore the worlds close to the darker zones. But, curiosity got the better of them, and they... found, let's say, the dark world, for lack of me not remembering what I called it. And they brought back an artifact that would give them, all sorts of understanding and further knowledge of the universes. And this, turned their world upside down, entrapped them, and yeah. This is where you are now to try and save as many of them as possible. So the drones, or specifically the one that captured you, was actually sent out to, let's say, find a worthy being to try and save them, and also to work through the challenges of the dark in order for you to gain knowledge. And you would have to work your way through achieving it, almost like a test.
Sorry if I'm saying this wrong, but the Koali,
Yeah, Koali.
and these are the people who became the statues.
Yeah, this is open for interpretation. I won't say too much on it, but you'll see.
Oh, okay.
And also we have the
But they build all this stuff, basically.
yeah. It's a mixture. It's, I'm gonna say, like the Matrix. It started off with the real world, and the machines eventually started taking over and emerging parts of their own entity into the real world.
Oh.
So parts of this world is the original Koali world, and parts of it is the tainted world. Sorry, that was it, not the dark world, the tainted world. Hey, right, so here we go. Yeah, missing an audio.
Move.
And this will pretty much put them to permanent sleep.
Nah, that's
But
That's
it
what
does.
we were waiting for, is to
It
destroy these
does. Yeah, it does drain your battery a lot quicker though. I think you can fire off 14 shots before it's completely depleted.
Can you switch between that and the red, or the heat thing, or is it just this?
Yeah,
shooting?
you can still.
Oh, I see.
Well, you still need both.
Oh, I see.
I'm just gonna run through a quick maze over here. Oh, forgot about you. And for them as well. So instead of having to torch them all the way through, you can use this. It's like an upgrade from the torch with a immense amount of energy collected into one orb, but for a different enemy that's still coming, the torch won't work at all. You need that immense energy.
And what was this thing called?
Pulse, I think.
Oh, Pulse.
Yeah, it's in the how to play guide. Sorry, I haven't actually even looked at that for a long time, but yeah, I think I called it just the pulse function, the pulse beam or pulse torch.
Did you open that door, or was it like proximity? Or?
Yeah, proximity. Once you've unlocked your first door key.
Oh, I see. That looks like it would have taken me a long time to get through.
I know for a fact it would have taken me a long time.
But you know exactly where to go. But yeah, but that's part of the fun when you exploring it and learning it. You know.
So, okay, wait. I'm not gonna say.
Oh. He slowed down. There must be something dangerous.
the next enemy induces fear in proximity. So when your heart starts thumping, like it's doing now, I don't know if you can pick up on that.
I don't hear the audio.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it in the call, but that's all right.
That Discord's weird about that.
Yeah. It would be funny, maybe not that funny. You get the player used to the drones, and then later on have them attack you. Oh, he's got a hook or something.
Yeah, no,
He
this
must be
is
the one that you can't. You have to shoot him.
Yeah, you have to shoot him. And he takes 2 shots.
Yeah, they're just different enough that you can tell it. Yeah, he's. Yeah, you can definitely tell right away when they're headed at you. I don't know if it's the animation or what.
Yeah,
they look stronger.
Yeah, no, they are. They're. I suppose I could do a quick death with one of them attacking me. I'll do it. Okay, maybe not right here. Not right. But their attack animation is different as well, so they kind of plunge their I'm gonna say their arms into you, and just swallow you up.
Yeah, those pokey arms remind me of that movie Tusk.
Dude. Yeah.
It's traumatized. First time I watched that movie.
It's a pity you can't hear that. The
I'll sneak a
heartbeat.
peek on the YouTube real quick.
Yeah, they're pretty fast.
They are fast, but you can outrun them. The crawlers, you can't outrun them. In shorter distances, for sure, if you've got a running head start, but in the long haul, they will catch up to you.
Yeah, maybe just it's more open, so it looks like they're running fast. And
Yeah.
Crawlers, it's like you don't even. As soon as you see one, you're dead. Until you figure out which way to go.
So we might have touched on this on my podcast, but what was the first idea for Thibutune? Or what inspired you to make specifically the world of Thibutune?
Honestly, I started off with doing a smaller scale type of world. More, I want to say, warehouse factory type of vibe. And then I stumbled upon brutalism architecture. And that just inspired me to want to do something that's big scaled, large empty spaces. And while I was busy modeling it, I was just letting it take control of itself, going with the flow. I didn't think about it too much. I just wanted to do really massive, oversized areas like this one, for example. I like the feeling of it. It doesn't necessarily aid in any way or carry meaning to needing to be so huge. I'm just gonna focus here quick because this is my downfall. This is my kryptonite. I keep dying in this part. because you can easily over jump. Or maybe I just built it up to be bigger inside my head.
I want to say, I think I
No!
can do this part.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know, my finger glitched there. It went off to the side.
You're like, oh, I'm safe. Nope.
Nope, not.
That reminds. Have you seen those YouTube videos or whatever kind of videos where it's someone's playing Minecraft and they're jumping on platforms like this?
Yeah,
Oh,
those
yeah.
make me nervous.
Minecraft
Like how
parkour.
yeah, no, I can't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, if you this fits with the bill for that that kind of content. You might need more, longer platform area. Did they move, or was it just
No,
they
no.
look different from the others?
No, they are.
Yeah,
Here we go.
they just
Yes.
look different from when you go down.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's almost
So
like a slight fisheye lens that makes it look like they like warp as you like get closer to them.
so this area it's simple and yet not. If you don't know what you're doing from the get-go, then you are gonna struggle. So this area tests your I want to say ability to focus on details. So instantly you would think after placing the orb here that your door would open, but actually it just activated something else. So you'll notice all the statues placed everywhere, and all of them look very or the same. They look exactly the same, and posed as well, except for this guy. So if you actually spend some time wandering around, then you'll notice this guy's a bit different. And also his monument that he's standing on, I want to say, or box. But doing that absolutely does nothing. And if you accidentally then play around with a few things, then you activate it with a torch.
Yeah.
Okay, so you might hate playing this area because it's a one-shot straight through all the way to the other side of this area in order to get your save game. So it looks deceiving. Just open.
Yeah, especially.
And then the horde of crawlers will start. Oh, I actually took too long. I took too long. They are gonna catch up. These guys running around as well. Yep, quite a few. And really the only way you can. I can hear my heart beating. The only way to get through this is just run. You can try to shoot them, but you're gonna run out of ammo or battery power very, very quickly. Sorry, Mike, you were gonna say?
I was gonna say I like how it's a different tempo or different activity in different rooms. Like that one where you're looking at all the statues and trying to figure out what to do. I would have spent some significant time in there, I think. And then you finally get through, and it's like, oh, now we have to run. It's like it breaks up the.
Yeah, instead of having the same, doing the same thing over and over again. I think I might be. Oh, I haven't played this one in a while.
Well, at least nothing followed you down there. That would be.
Yeah, no.
What?
Nothing yet.
Geez, I actually know the Route 3. I don't know why I'm so nervous and working myself up. This way.
Were there any enemy types that you thought of that didn't end up making it in the end?
Yeah, no, there were quite a few that I actually did, but my lack of knowledge and skill to implement them in the way that I wanted to is what prevented me from using them. So there is a particular one. I'm not going to mention too much details on him because I am still very, very keen to throw him in here somewhere. But yeah, I will have to sharpen up my skills a bit, or at least just try and figure out how the coding for him will work exactly.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the right call. You know, certain things just it's taking too long. You just cut it and move on, and
Yeah,
find something else to put in that room or whatever, and then you can come back to that thing. It could be in a different game, or it could be in an add-on.
yeah, exactly. You keep it as an asset for yourself. Okay, so we want to go down with that elevator, and we have to find the right orb, because there are many of them. So I'll just show you what happens if you pick up the wrong one or a fake one. He disappears and he spawns a statue. But obviously, I'm gonna go through this, so I'll pick up the right one.
Are these Mario pipes?
Nah.
If you get to the end, can you just right through it?
Actually, they kind of look organic. They look like intestines or something.
Yeah.
So, is there any background to the actual character that you're playing as?
No. That's you. Wherever you are, wherever you were driving to, that's you.
Sometimes I think it's interesting to have it ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, generally, and when I play a game, specifically a type of game like this as well, I will really immerse myself into it so deeply that I actually feel like this is me in this world, and how would I react to something like this, and how would I try to maneuver through this? What would I do? So I know a lot of people actually just play the game as the character or play it for the sake of playing a game, but I have a tendency to really just dig myself deep into it.
Yeah, I would say that, especially like RPGs. I know this is not an RPG, but I think the best RPGs are the most immersive when they focus less on like who your character is supposed to be and let you kind of decide.
Yeah. Okay, so with this, I'm just trying to remember. There's a sliding function and slippery function, I'm gonna say. So the moment I release, you still slide into a direction where you were heading into. So just to add a little bit something extra to make it a bit more like that, a bit more intense anxiety. So you've probably guessed it by now, but the main one theme about Thibutune is mazes. The whole freaking game is a maze.
Is there
already lost in this room just watching you.
Is there a lore reason as to why it's a maze?
It's part of what makes people anxious. small spaces, running into corners. That was the only reason for it. Well, that and trying to create a sense of not a sense of, but I needed the player to be kept busy. So putting a maze in can generally keep someone busy for a long period of time, and the original maze that I wanted to do was the typical very, very thin space with a 50-foot high walls, but it felt a little cliche. So I just broke it up into all the different areas. Alright. So we've got 4, let's say, storm drains or pipes that we need to enter, and with each one we will pick up our cubes like we did with zone 1 in order to unlock the 5th one, which will lead us to our next main area, or actually it will lead us to the very last area.
It almost looks like you could jump on a drone in here.
I tried. I wouldn't recommend it. And not fun to ride.
Oh no.
I just realized that I did a change with these areas, and I can actually not remember all the way through. I'm gonna be playing this like I would if I was playing it the first time. I can really honestly not remember.
So when you are putting levels together, do you draw it out on paper, or?
No. Just, oh wow, that was close. That was so close. He actually did grab me. My character looked away for a second as he was being grabbed. Sorry, you said on paper. No, I found that the easiest was just to model it and drag and drop it around. Then enter it, put it back into the game, test playthrough, see if it works. I have an idea in my head that I'll try to follow, but I'll say 90% of the time, or 99% of the time, I just end up doing something different from what I originally planned.
Yeah, I can't help myself sometimes, so I'll end up drawing levels and stuff, even if I never end up using them. But if I do build a level around the drawing, sometimes I'll end up making like big changes, and then I don't like it when I end up making it more like the original drawing.
Okay, so this will be another Sperdunky zone, I assume. Sperdunky zone the second.
Sick.
So same concept here as with the previous area is with a sliding function, except this is a lot more intense. So, like if I release...
You don't have the weapon if you're holding that.
Well, that and... if you have to constantly control your movement, because I'm just touching the keys slightly now and I'm sliding all over the place.
Oh.
With the Sperdunky splash zone. Is your flashlight not on when you're holding this?
Yeah, when you're carrying the cube, you are unable to use your torch or your flash. Sorry, how's it looking on your end? Is it too dark?
It looks pretty dark on our end, but we can We can.
I'd see what's going on.
Yeah, on YouTube they can see it a little bit better.
Okay. So that's basically the concept of these areas. Each time you'll enter into a maze area, and all the maze areas differ from each other. So you won't be able to follow the same route. But with every area or maze area that you enter, there are extra 2 enemies.
When you were making this game, or I guess after it's almost done, have you thought about like what your follow-up project is? And do you ever get worried that like someone who played this game wants you to make another one like this, or do you feel like you need to make a completely different type of game because you made this game?
I haven't really thought about it. The game that I do want to work on next. Come on. Oh, sorry, I'm getting confused myself now. The game I do want to work on next is something completely different, though. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much about it now, but it involves a vehicle and, you know, sci-fi, spacey, open world type. Not fully open world because I don't think I have that in me. I keep turning around in circles. This is counting against me so badly right now.
I saw you had that just real quick. I saw you had that robot asset thing. Is that based off of a game you were making or that you are making, or did you just have an idea to make like an asset pack?
Sorry, my finger got stuck here. So, I have time to shoot him. He is actually the drone that I used in Thibutune. I just used his coding, flying around, and what I essentially wanted him to do. I'm gonna use him as an asset. I just did a few changes on him. But I wanted to use him in the next project I'm working on, but I decided against it, and that I'll rather see him get life in different projects.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to do it.
The only problem with doing things like that is if, like, I do have a sci-fi off-road vehicle asset that I posted on the marketplace, and now after I've already had him on the marketplace for a little over a year now, I think, I actually need to use him.
Uh-oh, now if you use him, people might think, oh, you're just asset flipping.
Well, yeah,
yours.
but I also felt, you know what, I am the original guy, so I've got all the original files, so I'll just change some of the skins, the texturing, and add a little something to it, and just change it up a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, that maze took me way too long, and I have to try and make up for it.
This kind of reminds me of the, I think it's CS:GO mods where people do like the sliding stuff while they're doing like explainer videos. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know if I've seen those.
No, I haven't.
It's like some weird Counter-Strike mod where it's like there's like slidey angular like walls,
Yeah.
and then like they just start equipped with a knife, and the character's like constantly like flipping the knife around.
That's interesting because I see a lot of the Minecraft ones. Maybe that's part of the algorithm. Like, because I like for an explainer video, I'm more interested in the content that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen. I don't know if I've ever seen what you're talking about. But it's like the algorithm thinks I like Minecraft, so which I do, but but I might be interested in the content more than the distraction animation.
Mm-hmm.
This whole maze could work for it though too. The just running down the pipes back and forth.
Mm-hmm. It's visually very cool looking. It's interesting.
Oh, that sucks. That's just bad luck.
He's just like right at the spawn.
Yeah, because they've got random roaming, so and random spawning places as well. So that's why I'm always checking around because I don't even know where they are. The crawlers, yeah, because they are triggered by certain events or areas.
They've been through a lot.
Say again?
They've been through a lot, so they're easily triggered.
Yeah. Just get the distance. Oh, that sucks. Oh, come on. Stefan.
No pressure, dude.
No, pressure is on. I'm watching the time and... Oh, wait, no, we didn't start on time. We started... Oh, well, where are we on the time now?
For me, it's at 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Ah, crap. Yeah, I do have to say... Oh, that sucks. Thank you. I've got a newfound respect for people that, play games and have live interviews or just generally have gameplay videos. It takes a lot for me to focus on playing the game and, on conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And watching the chat.
I'm not even gonna go there, but yeah.
like super chats or gifting, and you got to respond to each one.
Oh no.
I get so easily distracted that I would get so sidetracked by that kind of stuff.
Or what about the NPC videos where they have to do like an emote to every single interaction?
Yeah, I mean, someone found a way to get paid.
Yeah.
I think I haven't seen those lately. Maybe it was just like everyone wanted to try it for a minute.
Oh man, there's some
still going.
There's some people like taking it to the next level.
Oh no.
They'll do cosplay and like dress up as like specific characters, and some of them are like hilariously like boring characters.
No, I haven't seen much of that.
It's strange. It's all over TikTok. I recently re-downloaded TikTok to try to like promote stuff for my podcast, and I'll I'll interact with a couple things, and then let people, like the live TikToks will show up in between other TikToks, and it's everywhere right now. It's pretty cringy. I don't get it. But...
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, just it's not even worth. There's no,
honestly, I do not have an idea what you're talking about. But
yeah, it's I saw a bunch of it for like a day. I've got my algorithm pretty well trained, where it's more on topic for things I like, tabletop games and video games and music and stuff. But it takes a while to kind of train the algorithm.
I have to be honest though, I'm actually so out of gaming in general. Throughout, I tend to fixate on something and try to do it with one thing at a time. But when I started working on Thibutune, I think... wait. Oh, come on. Usually I don't run into as many of them at a time.
You're still going.
I just interrupted myself. Like while I was busy with Thibutune, I didn't play any games at all. I was so fixed on just doing this, and the other thing though as well. Come on, let me just get my bearings together because I know the route here actually. Sorry, just quickly. This fourth maze area is completely different from the previous three. So I think it's about 5 times the size. You can get lost very quickly if you try to follow just one direction. Oh, that sucks.
Nice.
But
as far you need to meet the next level challenge.
But there is there's a lot more of these guys as well. Just gonna see if I can. Oh no.
Could he have fallen down?
It'd be pretty neat if it was the case.
Just have one missing now. It's pretty scary.
Oh, and also we have got these statues again, so if you made it this far, then obviously you made it through that other area. So this would be like a hint, yeah, as to what to look for. Because the elder that you need to get the soul stone from, he is behind a locked door.
Oh.
So yeah, here we go.
Super serious, no funny business statue.
Well, I had to make him completely different from the others to stand out, and the original pose was a bit too hilarious, so I had to make him a bit more serious.
You go stealing that guy's ball.
Well, I released him from his prison.
He's saved.
He's saved.
It looks like he was having a good time, bro. He was just hanging out.
I'm just gonna touch that. That does not seem like fun, dude.
You never know, You don't know till you know,
People like different things, I guess.
No, it's Murphy's Law that I'm this bad at my own game when I'm doing this live run.
It just shows that it's challenging.
Yeah, I had higher hopes myself.
I haven't played Dark Souls, but one of them has this feature where another player can like invade your game. Imagine Thibutune, where someone could invade your game as a statue and like mess with you.
No, dude, that actually gives me the creeps just to think about it. It would be awesome though, but gee whiz, I don't want to think about it. You're so deep in thought trying to focus on finding a way through, and suddenly one of these statues just... It's not
Just, like,
AI.
comes to life.
This thing comes to life and it runs away first of all to try and hide, to sneak up on you later. That is actually not a bad mechanic to think about it, but yeah, no, I don't know. The idea of, oh crap, yeah, it's
Finally went swimming.
that's my area. That's particular one. I tried to just wheeze through it, but obviously said nope.
It's almost like a new game mode. It's not PvP. It's not PvE. It's like anti-co-op. I don't know. Troll-op. Co-troll. I don't know.
But yeah, I think we talked about it on my podcast or on one of the walkthroughs. Like if you ever did another Thibutune that was co-op, kind of like Portal 2's co-op mode.
Yeah, definitely.
If you went down that co-op / multiplayer road, that would be pretty cool to do some like challenge modes where it's like certain areas, but it's like a versus mode pretty much.
That actually sounds pretty cool. I'm in two minds about it because the community for Portal 2 might rip you to shreds if there are too many similarities between your game and Portal 2, because obviously Portal 2 stands out and you can spot similarities from the game a mile away. So I think that would be the only thing that would make me think about it.
Portal has a very unique game mechanic with the portals, and it's
that's true.
All the puzzles are based around using portals. So, and I feel like there's definitely been co-op games where like you can solve puzzles together. So
all the Star Wars games, the Star Wars Lego game, or all the Lego games, really.
Yeah.
Play co-op. Someone's got to stand on one thing, and someone's got to go stand on another thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it could be cool. Obviously, you don't have to do that, but if you wanted to, there's some cool stuff.
I like that. I'm a huge fan of co-op games. Not as much massive multiplayer games. I like co-op, even if it's with 3 or 4 people. I like the fact, people working together to accomplish a certain game or area in a game, or even just a team fighting against another one, or AI. So I would really, really look into it. But I do know that I will need some help with that. My coding with multiplayer is saying beginner, it would be gracious. Okay, so we're in the last area now, the last main area, and this one is pretty straightforward, unlocking things and getting to places, but it is a lot of a back and forth kind of thing, so you do walk around quite a lot, and enemies in this area are, I'm gonna say, time released, so they will be released or spawned after certain events occurred or after you unlocked a few things.
Yeah, that's new. I do like how you're always mixing it up. That's another example of I would not expect them to be timed like that. But it keeps it fresh.
Yeah, I was very aware of trying not to reuse the same concept in certain places too often, and also really hard try to avoid or attempt to have the player not be bored with the same layout, the same visuals constantly. I know I used the same textures throughout, modified them a bit different here and there, but I tried hard to focus on having all the layouts and the feeling of different areas be different. I actually forgot about this. Oh, there we go. Oh. That's the other thing with the pulse though. If you time it correctly, or aim correctly as well, then you can... yeah, I'll release you. You can hit multiple enemies in one blow. So if they're standing behind each other, you know, shoot one, then it will go through both of them.
That's nice.
So those two guys won't hurt you. Those two guys who were just releasing.
Yeah, they I want to say they're the alarm system. So they trap there.
I see.
And once they burst into flames, then the crawlers will spawn. But you can still release them. However, you can only release them once the crawler that captured them or trapped them, once that specific crawler is either dead or asleep. Okay, so you guys can't hear the heart thumping.
No.
Okay, it's... oh, there we go. Oh, Amy's off there. Where are you? There's another one. Oh. Yep, there we go.
There he is. He's happy to see you.
Jeebus, I don't know why I'm getting so nervous. I know what's lying ahead. I know what's waiting, but... there we go.
I noticed you made the sky, like the things in the skyline, different in different levels too.
Yeah.
Like the left side is open or the right side is open, and this you've got the three beams that line up in the center.
Yeah, I try to be a little off-center here and there. Not too precise all the time.
I'm so sorry,
Not too
but I
symmetrical.
may have to step away for a minute.
No worries.
I guess what I'm saying is just enough to kind of differentiate the different levels, and you know, like you said, you reuse some textures and things, but you changed like the overall look and feel. You know, each was at a pit.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, so this is essentially like the finale. So I don't know. We might want to give it a sec for Sperdunky to get back.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
That circle in the floor looks dangerous.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is dangerous, so I'm avoiding it. Yeah. I mean, you've got the two, I'm gonna say, the flame funnels over there. It's like already... Actually, I need to create some space here for my mouse before I attempt this in any case. Well, I'm gonna deduct these few seconds, then... you know what, it actually doesn't... it doesn't matter.
Nah, you're like
If someone wants to
something.
go and attempt to break this, the time on this, then they are more than welcome to. They'll probably be able to get it right eventually.
Is this the very last part?
Oh yeah, yeah. We were just waiting just for you. This is this is the last.
The last to do.
Yeah, I think I may have to die though if my battery is not full. But it's fine. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna attempt to do this in the first run. There we go.
Uh-oh. The juices are flowing. Let the hate flow through you.
So for this, as you'll notice, my torch has been blessed, I want to say. So for this time, you won't run out of battery juice.
Oh, that's cool. I was like waiting for it to explode or something.
Let's say this is like the ultimate taste of are you worthy, are you able to free them? Because the ultimate goal is to find the rest of the koali that's been trapped, and not the statuettes or statue ones or the ones that were trapped in the flame funnels, but the actual, I'm gonna say, like what's left of the civilization. Yeah, I'm getting back into a corner. This is not good. Oh shit. Yeah, okay, no, that's okay, so attempt 1 was a failure. And also, during this time, this door starts opening, but you can't get through until it's fully opened. But that's the exact amount of time that it takes for all of these guys to try and pummel you to death. So it's more or less a guide as to how long you've got left to survive this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and you see it coming down. I didn't even notice the door last time. But if you're in the kind of, like if you try to make a run for it, you're over there like waiting on the door.
Yeah, I've tried it,
It's
and
going too slow.
yeah, no, I've tried to at the very end try and make a run for it, but the problem is they won't stop spawning even if you threw at the very last second. So you know you can go through, but they will still catch you. And these guys are not my worry. It's the I'm just gonna stay here to see if I
They're
can.
quick.
Maybe this isn't such a good idea, being back into the corner like this.
It's the epic
Okay.
cinematic finale.
Oh,
Just when you think you're safe, crawlers come in.
yeah. I got caught in that corner. Oh, come on. That was the last wave. I'm sorry, guys. Okay.
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 Did you watch me die at least 50 times?
Yeah, but I mean, I created this freaking thing. I'm supposed to be able to do this by now. Well, actually, that's not true, because I've actually not played the game that much. You know, it's kind of a... When you're cooking a massive meal for your whole family, and by the end of it, when it's time to eat, then you're actually not that hungry.
Yeah, I could see if you made it this far and then the boss was too easy, it might be a little, make you want a good challenging anything.
I'm not even sure if I'm aiming at this stage. I'm just clicking my button. Aim. Oh, okay. Let's move forward. Oh, come on. You've got this. Oh!
I noticed you had those statue stands on the sides. I know you don't have time while you're shooting, but after doing the puzzles, people might like go check them out and stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Whoa, that's totally. Oh,
So you found the
yeah, I would have shot
the
it.
last of the Koali civilization, or what's left of them.
So do you lose if you shoot him, or
Nah. They kind of just... Oh, my batteries run out in any case.
You did it. You believed in yourself.
they're so used to being there, they're genuinely believing they're safe?
Alright, let's set them free.
I mean, kill him.
And so you pull out the shotgun.
Dude, that's dark.
Like, no, we just want to get out of here. You're like, shh.
Hey.
Save you. That's the big ball.
Oh. Okay, cool. So the guys in the traps, the alarms that catch on fire, those are these guys
Yeah.
in sort of like a Matrix type of deal where they're like forced to be a
They're the ones that could not escape to this little safe zone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. You're stuck in this thing, and then you wake up when someone walks by, but you just catch on fire.
Yeah. That's why I tried to save them afterwards. Alright.
Yeah.
Last part, here we go.
Oh, there's another.
There's another last part.
Well, they're saved, but then you're. What?
Whoa.
Oh. Now you're in the Matrix.
Now you know what those pods were in the beginning of stage
Yeah.
or area zone 2 dolls. And I'm leaving it open for interpretation to each one to try and figure out what happened or what's behind all of this.
It's
It's a collection is what it is.
the Matrix. Not the Matrix, but a Matrix. No, I don't know.
Alright, guys, well, thank you for
That's cool.
sitting in and watching me play through my game. And that's Thibutune.
That's
So it is
awesome.
possible to beat it.
It is possible to beat it, but I get it. I mean, even if I struggle throughout all this thing, yeah, it is a bit difficult.
We're at about an hour 34 minutes.
Yeah, I will at some point attempt to break that record again because it's longer than my previous one. I definitely did not achieve what I wanted to, but the main goal was to actually just have fun with you guys while playing this.
Yeah, and you were talking a lot and stuff. I'm sure you'll be able to beat it.
I can't multitask, dude. I can't. Not to save my
I'm the
life.
same way. I'm the same way. I don't know how many times I've tried to, get stuff done while talking on some of these things. But yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of
this was
interesting puzzles and things.
this was our first guest appearance as Sperdunky Friends. And we appreciate you, obviously, collaborating with us on, we did those development walkthroughs, which will be on my Patreon. But also our podcast is available for free on all platforms.
No, that's awesome. And thank you, for hosting me and joining me on this as well. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I also meant to ask you, do you plan on putting this on like Steam or other platforms or anything?
To be completely honest with you, the main goal was to essentially release it on Steam from the get-go. But due to certain circumstances that I was facing, I was unable to, afford putting it on Steam. So that's where I aimed at putting it on itch.io to at least get it out there and see if there's any, feedback or people interested in it. But I still do plan on putting it on Steam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a great way to get started. And
yeah, I would just, you're already marketing, so you're already at a good starting point. And then once you have a Steam page to actually send people to, I'm sure you'll get some traction based off of, you already have people looking at your game and are interested in it.
Yeah, no, I do have that. And looking back, I think the better way to have done it, this will be my, 2 cents to someone starting off, would be people like seeing progress. So, while you're busy developing a game, even if you record little pieces that you end up not using in the end, I would suggest putting that on media, showing how your progress is going and how you are building towards your final steps. I wish I've done that sooner. Closer to the end, I started doing it, but no, the game was essentially almost finished by then.
Yeah, I could see that. I always get wrapped up in things, and I want to like have it done. But yeah, I think marketing as soon as you start a big project, um, start building that
Yeah,
community, whether it's followers or a Discord or wish list or whatever it is. Um, start building it from day one,
no, definitely.
or whenever you know for sure, like, okay, this is a fun game loop, and and you're gonna take it to completion.
Yeah. My fear was that because it took a long time for me to get to the point of knowing exactly where I'm going with my game. I've gone through so many changes, and I was scared that being at a undecisive stage, I would confuse people, and people would start getting sick of me changing my mind constantly, and essentially doing content on 5 different games that just turns out to be one.
I see. Yeah.
So I just kind of held back with that the whole time. But yeah, for the next run, I'll definitely approach it a bit different.
Yeah,
Well,
that's how
I
you
think
learn.
this is a great, for your first published game. This is a really good game.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, the graphics, the lighting, the puzzles. Yeah, it's you could spend some time on this and like how you vary the mechanics. It's not just the same thing over and over. Yeah, I think you could get quite a few hours on this if you pick it up.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Coming from you guys, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I am holding a baby right now.
Yeah, someone's up, shame.
But yeah, thanks for having us.
No,
And
thank you for joining me. And to those of you that will be watching this at a later stage, then go check out Sperdunky and Friends on their channels and what they're up to. Links will be in the description.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Awesome.
It was fun. It's good to see that
Yeah.
it's possible to beat it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll have to go through and play it again. I didn't make it very far the first time, but now seeing you like kind of run through, okay, gives you a better idea.
Yeah, I honestly might come back and watch part of this for tips and tricks.
I might in the future I might do another speed run. Obviously just a solo recording, just to show myself that I can beat my own record, or at least this one.
Yeah, you'll have to like once in every once in a while, back and beat your record.
Yeah. All right, thanks guys. I know it's very late that side, so I won't keep you too long still. But thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I'll be looking forward to doing something again in the future with you guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, stay in contact and obviously let us know if or when you go on Steam, we can promote it.
Definitely I'll do so. Thank you.
All right, guys, take it easy. I'm gonna go put this baby to bed.
All good. Thanks, guys. Keep well.
Yeah, man. Take it easy.
All right, yeah, thanks. You guys have a good one.
Thanks, you too.